Let's get it straight. It's nothing in worrying. I've been there, done that. I think I lost it for a while. It's too early to wake up. It's too early to go to sleep. My ears have been ringing with the sound of the city. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. Sundown around me, caught in a heavy glow. Trumpets are ringing. Don't you hear it in the wind? It's too early to wake up. It's too early to go to sleep. I got to remind you that he will come back again. I'll wait for you. Just an hour away, I noticed something very strange. I noticed that nothing's making any sense. My spirit's racing, heart of tiger, take me home. She sat and bled. She sat and bled. Yeah. On the motorway, I noticed driving very fast. I noticed nothing's making any sense. My spirit's racing, heart of tiger, take me home. She sat and bled. 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 Just an hour away, driving very fast. Something very strange on the motorway, driving very fast. Just an hour away on the motorway, something very fast. Something very strange. Just another day, driving very fast on the motorway, getting back on track. Just an hour away, make another turn, let the music play. Just another day, driving very fast. Something very strange on the motorway, driving very fast. Just a Saturday. Just a
Mr. Bush has also repeated his warning.
Let's get it straight. It's nothing in worrying. I've been there, done that. I think I lost it for a while. It's too early to wake up. It's too early to go to sleep. My ears have been ringing with the sound of the city. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you.
All right, we're going to go again. Eyes up.
Okay. Oh, right.
Are we up from my side?
Oh, I could see myself.
Oh, we're down to 3 concurrent viewers. We lost everyone.
Oh, wait, I can hear sound on my side.
Oh, we've got sound.
Are we here? Can you hear us?
Can people?
Let me tell.
Ah!
We're on.
We're on.
Let me just message because it may be my own family that turned off, but.
Oh, we've gone down.
We're back up to
how many
6.
concurrent viewers? To like
22, but that's fine.
We've lost a few here. Hello, everyone.
Crab had time to have his dinner and eat those, so that's good.
Oh my God. Sorry, everyone. That is one of the most stressful. Life.
I will say I in a family WhatsApp group. My cousin, we could see it in his face.
I'm glad it's evident. In the end, we just had to sort of start from scratch, basically, to rebuild the stream, which is why the background isn't currently visible, although it should be. There's no reason it's not visible, other than that it's just being. That's as good as I can give. I don't know why it's not there.
But we're live. You can hear us. Wait.
Oh, the background's back.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it's 10 seconds, isn't it? Okay. Hello, everyone. My sound is really low quality. Turn my mic up a bit. I don't know why that is. Okay. Let me figure that out.
Lovely.
Can I just say thank everyone? Thank you for keeping yourselves entertained while we figure this out. I love that we've now got. Okay, let's.
Oh crap! You were here. You didn't have dinner. Thank you. Thank you for sticking around.
For everyone who's complaining my mic is a little low, I am sorry. I will make some adjustments now and hope that we don't break it. In the meantime, Chris, let's begin.
Hey,
hello, welcome to the test when we do the statics.
Yeah,
I'm glad we sold it that way because it was a mess, wasn't it? Let's be honest. Yeah, my tea is cold, but that's fine. Chris, game. I prepared a game.
Worth the wait.
Do you
Oh,
thought you was a really easy one. Now, because
maybe cutting out.
there is one potential.
Based on the comments, we need to. Yeah.
Okay, one sec.
Dan's going to do something. I don't know what that means. Is that better? Oh, apparently I'm Chris. Yeah. Didn't get. Oh, but no.
hoping, Chris,
Yeah.
we may.
Well, you're back on the screen, so we shall see.
Let's see.
Any joy.
Has that worked?
Sound? No.
You have highly smooth video, high quality with or no sound. Here's something. Okay, can people hear me or can people hear Chris?
Or both.
Is Chris like crystal clear? Is it just me?
You know.
It's frozen. Sorry.
Oh, no.
I have a thought.
Dan's got a thought, apparently. I'll keep you updated. Saying my sound's way better.
Any better?
I don't know what I'm taking it as a personal compliment, but yeah.
I can the word is cut out. This is a shambles. Is what this is.
Is it simply you trying different headphones or something, Dan? Or connecting to your Wi-Fi?
Maybe. 1 second. Chris is a bit better. Here can people hear me now? Is that better? Oh. I don't know, Chris. Truthfully.
Oh, you're a bit better, according to Nick Jacobin.
Alright. Sorry, video. It went so well last time. Yes, it did.
I know. That's my fault, to be fair.
Yeah. It's the inclusion of Chris that seems to help with your audio, but still choppy. Can't help you.
That sounds like he's talking to a microphone that's in another room. I mean, it's a good collection of, isn't it? Still
Okay,
really
I have a potential solution for that, but
let's do it.
right. Sound.
Yeah, it really could be.
I can't.
In so many ways, yeah.
Can anyone hear me now? Am I coming through clear? Where are we at? Through?
I
can't hear you anymore, Chris.
Can you not hear me at all? Way better now.
Oh, okay.
But you can't hear me.
No, I can now, just.
Okay.
Go. But it's all chopped up. Oh, God. I'm sorry, everyone. No. I don't know if is it quiet and choppy. Really.
To be fair, if this was a podcast, 34 minutes in, we wouldn't have got to the point yet. So, oh, now my audio is choppy. Oh, you can hear me choppy, right? Dan is quite
well, thanks for joining us for our tech support session.
Yeah, it's been really good.
21 of you watching tech support. Okay, answer the question. Is this stable enough for people to hear sentences enough to be able for us to actually carry on and talk about something other than that this isn't working now? Or is this still just unwatchable? That's what we really need to identify at this stage. I'm just watching for the comments now.
So there's a slight delay as we...
Yeah, both choppy.
Yeah. Quite a firm nope, which is fair.
I guess we can't be understood. I don't know how to fix this.
That's beautifully done.
I mean, at this point,
Beautifully
I
done.
don't understand what the problem is, so I don't know how to fix it.
That's where I'm at.
It's so weird that the test worked, so it worked fine.
Yeah, we tested this yesterday and we had a lot more success than we're having today. That is for sure. I don't know what. All we can do is appreciate. All we can do is appreciate your beautiful faces.
Oh man, it's gone well.
I don't know what to do. I do not know what to do. Try that, I suppose.
It was super clear for a second. What happened there?
How do you restart the software? It's super clear for it. I can't decide if it's getting better or if I'm just getting used to it.
You guys have been way more entertaining than us.
This is the best. Yeah, there's 23 of them. What's amazing is that it keeps growing. It's a shit show.
It would appear that like people keep going away, and then just like. Oh, 20 minutes. It's not.
Oh, where do you even?
Okay.
So it might. It's my upload speakers. We've got problems. No, that's a 16. What? I had this issue when I first streamed from OBS, and I fixed it by restarting OBS. We could all do a Zoom call. All right. I'm gonna try and restart OBS, I guess. I mean, how smooth is it now, or is it still super choppy? I think Skype might be at fault, is what I'm being told. So there you go. Probably 1980s robots. You can hear the full sentences, then I can live with 1980s robots.
How long would it take to restart OBS?
Not long. But then I'd be worried we'd lose the sound altogether again. But right, okay. I'm gonna kill everything. Restart. We'll get back with you guys in a couple minutes. Whether it's working or not, we don't know. Let's see what people say.
Oh, did you do the restart that quickly?
Mm-hmm. Now the question is, does it work? It looks more promising from my side. It looks fairly smooth. But that could be...
There's a wow.
much better.
Wait, it's better.
Well, I'm not...
Wait! Can you see us all right? Can you...
That is so much better. Still slight lag. Wait, it's better. Right,
Yes.
guys, let's... Some... podcasting.
On our family WhatsApp group, my brother-in-law put, "I want a refund." To which my cousin, "You subscribe to their site, their Patreon. That's your fault." And then he put, "Right." Oh no, it's getting worse.
What was that, sir?
As soon as you clapped your hands, it got worse again.
I think me moving too much legit hurts it, so I'm going to stand very still. better? Are we working?
Oh, wow.
Anyone?
Well, apparently you standing still is working.
You're kidding.
It's happening. Yes, actually, it really is. It's worse. Yup. Lol. Seems better.
Oh my god.
As easily as the game it went. Stand very still. I mean, we could do the stand. This is flawless entertainment.
I mean, maybe it's not working, or I'm just so perfectly still that when it freezes, no one notices. Could be possible. We're really not kidding. Okay, I will stay as still as possible.
Wow.
Apparently,
Okay.
that's throwing it.
Well, let's just have a
line
chat.
being saturated, lower bitrate video makes it. There you go. Let's do the game, Chris, before any more than it already is. So, are you looking at the screen, Chris?
Yeah.
We have a game prepared. The game is...
Does the game require you moving? Because
my hand a little bit.
Well, risky. Think of a new game. We're playing... What's that game as a kid where you had to stand still?
I feel like this is a Jurassic Park thing, and like movement, it only sees me if I move.
What is
Right,
that?
so I'm going to start the game.
No, I don't understand why you're powering through with the move to do it. What was that game?
Moved to the position. I'm in the position now.
What was that game where you had to, like, someone yelled stop and you had to stand perfectly still? Well, it's that game, but someone's always yelling stop.
Right.
And I can do that because we've established I can move. It's just you can't.
Yeah. Can I?
Yeah, musical statues. There you go. Thank you, Sophie.
I did a lot of work on this thing.
Okay, all right. Well, if you want to take the risk, but let the record show, I was not on board with this risk. John, let's give it a go. But have you got swapped to another screen?
Yeah.
I mean, it feels so risky. Oh, God. Let's give it a go.
Okay.
Could be red light, green light. So can you, with this image on screen, it's a very easy one to start with, by the way. People still, and there is a lag, so can people still see, hear Dan? They don't even know again.
I mean, this is...
I'm sorry if that helps.
I have to be so still. Like, yeah, I don't like it much.
Right, they can't hear you when the image is on screen.
That's okay.
Can you?
That was my... How about now, people? That's better.
I mean, you were pretty confident last time, weren't you?
Right. So, I think they can hear us.
Oh, wait, yeah. I don't know. I don't, like, literally, to get it to work, you had to be perfectly still. Perfectly still, sorry.
Yeah, work.
Cocksure nature now on the screen. It's just...
Look, I am sorry. Mate, I lost, like, a lot of time putting this together. So,
yeah,
we're
we've
play
all
the
lost
game.
a lot of time watching. 46 minutes to be exact.
Right, let's play the game. I'm here now. So it is supposed to be easy. It was designed to just show you the premise of the game. Will you recognise the band without the lead singer? Chris, the band is? That is Freddie Mercury, looking way more like Sacha Baron Cohen than what's his face?
Yeah, he does.
Playing him. These have been designed with you in mind, Chris. So you'll have to like keep that in mind as you're going. I thought of you
Okay.
when I set it up. So next one.
Right.
This one should be relatively easy. Keep your hands.
So the
So there'll be a 10-second delay. We're gonna have to deal with it. I'll start doing them a little bit sooner.
so that is.
You are exactly right. That is Alex Turner of Arctic Monkeys.
I like the blur to picture. That is thus far the.
Thanks. So the next one.
It's not your fault. Don't worry about it. That is the Sex Pistols or the Clash. I reckon that's Sid Vicious. So I reckon that's.
You said, you mind that you've essentially got two front men, so you've sort of shot yourself in the foot with that one.
Yeah,
that's right. And she was right. Sorry, because Sid Vicious is how you recognise them.
Yeah, if you blurred out both of the jam.
Yeah. There you go. Next one. Yeah. Straight away.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that is indeed.
No one else.
What's his name? Jason Wade.
Jason Wade from Lifehouse. Yeah.
From Lifehouse. Who knew? That's what they look like. Should be on your screen.
That is that's the Who, because that's Keith. No, yeah, the Who. That's Roger Daltrey. And that's Keith Moon or Pete Townsend. Visible. Yeah. The Who.
You are exactly right.
That's Townsend or Keith Moon. Most, the first one that we can see.
Very good. This one might be slightly more challenging, maybe, because I would argue this band is more known for their lead than the other members. So this one might take you a couple more seconds.
I reckon that's Kaiser Chiefs, and blurred is Ricky Wilson.
You are exactly right. Ricky Wilson in that image. You are killing it.
I'm feeling pleased. I'm feeling good. Weezer is a good shout. Weezer was where my mind went first, but I recognised the keyboard.
I'm impressed. I went British as well to keep you more in the game. Here we go. The seventh one on screen now for you, Chris.
That is Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, you are exactly right. Rid of was Robert Plant, who is now back on the screen. His face should unblur any second for the people listening. I like the game.
It's a good game. I'm enjoying myself.
Right, we've only got a couple more left. We were blasting through them quicker than we thought.
That is the Killers.
Oh, what? That is Brandon Flowers.
Yeah, I recognise. Wander in the Desert. To the Ronnie, the only other consistent member.
You got me. All right. So.
Oh yeah, that's Nirvana.
Exactly right. That is indeed Nirvana.
I'm quite pleased with that.
There is one more though.
Okay.
Very last one.
Mm-hmm.
Set up to be extra challenging.
Okay.
Because I'll be honest with you, Chris, I didn't know who the lead singer of this act was, so I blurred all three faces.
I mean that's obviously more challenging. Okay. Oh no, it isn't. No, it isn't. It's Hanson.
Yeah.
They're all the lead singers.
I was going to give you one more.
Yeah, there's Hanson.
And there's the other one.
I mean, three help.
The third one.
Also, I had a sense of table.
Yo, that's
Weird. Yeah, no, I'm not denying that. Like, oh,
we're back. Hello, everyone.
that was good.
You enjoyed the,
I
you
enjoyed
the
that.
game?
Yeah, I did enjoy the game. That was good stuff.
Good. So let's talk to the listeners now. They've got us. I look at some of these comments. Some good and some ridiculous guesses in here that I'm enjoying. Bianca thought Tom Baker was one of the people. We got an ABBA suggestion in there. A couple of a good guess, but wasn't that right? Coldplay.
Yeah, Weezer was the Kaiser Chiefs one. I nearly went Weezer. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
There's some good guesses in
I
there.
think Muse is a good shout. Well, I'm sure Muse wouldn't like me saying that, but you know what I mean.
I think honestly, that genuinely could have been any act. Like, let's be honest, I had all three faces blurred. Any band with three members could have been the answer. So there you go. I wanted to do the game was to test the ability to play images, because obviously, if we do decide to do something of this nature, heavily adjusted for the stat.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much of this we could take as a sign that the statics will work, but
almost none of it.
I don't know where we're wrong, but a little update. Like, everyone, you good? Like, you're hearing, you're seeing. Danny's. I'm
moving too much, I've been told.
You are.
Back to this.
Yeah, please. There you go. How you been, Dan?
I'm good. How are you?
Chris can just start launch on movement. Oh yeah, I can. See, ruined it. Oh, now
it's getting austerity.
Now I'm watching myself do it.
That is that if you do something stupid, you then get to watch yourself do it.
Yeah.
Now it's
oh no, I broke it. Apparently, me moving broke it.
Oh man,
Chris too. Oh, I'll stop the movement so much. They both need not to move. It truly is bitrate. Yeah, that's. I mean,
so how do I?
I don't know much about things, but
let me try something.
Sounds like it could be. No. Bitrate. Bitrate is like the. I fucking know how to explain it, but yeah, sounds good.
Well, let's bring the video bitrate down. I don't know what a good number is for bitrate.
I think someone said like 360 or something.
No, that's the pixels. That's the 420. Different to bitrate. I'm hoping this will be better. I love that OBS is currently reporting 0 frames dropped. Like it's giving itself a clap on the back. Successful stream. The stream can handle moving images.
Yes.
No. Right, so I've loaded the bit rate. I'm hoping people can tell us in 10 seconds, I suppose.
Yeah. I'm just looking on my thing. Yeah.
See you poor people here. I'm very sorry. Chris explains bitrate, a saga. That is the novel you need to release. Bitrate as explained by a man bitrate is.
My explanation of bitrate was how most people like pour salt on something. I went bitrate, you know. Fair explanation.
I liked it. I liked it very much. I can't see, annoyingly, the way I've got this set up, I can't see the comments that pulling the screen for my laptop forward. I think OBS is fine, but Skype is struggling. How do I change Skype's output?
Yeah, exactly. Bed rats. Exactly. Bitrate. No, bitrate.
Audio settings. Skype has got the worst settings. It's like baby's first settings. It can be turned on or off.
I'm just gonna, if I deliberate a second, because I'm gonna try and. Oh no! Wait, have I disappeared?
You have.
Cool. Right, I'm gonna put my. I'm gonna try and fix that. fix the blue light, which I think I've done.
I don't think you can change Skype. So yes, Discord does natively support video chatting now, but I don't have any idea how to pull that source into. Was how to pull Skype into OBS. If anybody has an alternate solution, I will happily go with it. But yes, so to clarify, the people making fun of me for using Skype. Yes, I'm aware it's an ancient software. I had to do password resets for accounts I've not touched in 20 years or whatever. It was the only one I knew how to pull into OBS.
Yeah. I said to him, couldn't be asked.
Yeah, but I'm the problem. You're right.
Apparently it's smooth now. Hey, I'm just in no way offering a solution.
I appreciate that. All right, so we're here. We've got 20 something listeners.
It's smooth when Dan's mad. There you go.
It should be smooth all the time then. Like I said to Chris at one of the points when we were trying to get the sound working and we were off, I was just like, this is literally like my nightmare. This is what happens. You know, you have that dream where you're suddenly naked and you're embarrassed. Only it's real life and the stream really was a disaster.
I think it would be more awkward if you were naked.
I mean, that could be arranged.
I made a joke. I was, oh god, don't get us censored as well. I made a joke I was really proud of, but I don't think you nor the feed heard it. Well, Dan's really stressed about it. Of course, the problem is I care less, which I just thought was amusing. It's weird. It's less amusing when you have to repeat it. I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
So, has anyone got any questions for us? Because that was originally what I was going to do, answer listener questions. But we, didn't have much of a stream.
How many we got now? How many people have we got?
Well, we're waiting for people to come in with questions. How have you been spending your quarantine, Chris? What's that? Because I talked about my quarantine life on the last stream. How have you been getting?
My plan. I think we talked about that. Watched none of it. I've just been working basically most times. Right. Works has been really busy. So that Joe Wicks though, been doing Joe Wicks every day. Well, like one day a week we miss, and that's painful.
Yes, I've not been like the only exercise I've been doing is I've been using my exercise bike, which is actually camera stand right now.
Nice.
My phone, which is filming this, is attached to my exercise bike.
Nice.
Sophie says I tried Joe Wicks once and couldn't move for 3 days.
It's really there's one and I'll have to maybe upload it, although it's pretty hideous. But like the first time we did it was like, oh this shit. And sorry, I shouldn't move too much. Sorry. And then he's like, right, that's the warm up done. And I was like, that was the warm up. Like he was really angry about it. And it's really hard. Like fair play to all like the kids doing it and stuff every day. But fair play to him. Gets up every day, 8:30, does the stream.
How long is the stream?
About 37 minutes. Except he's he's constantly there. It works for him, so that's probably the difference.
Yeah, he can move on his stream.
Yeah, he exercises. You see him. It's all great.
Yeah, I mean, I've been cycling for about an hour, but it's not as intense, obviously, as what you're doing when you're doing
it probably is, and that's like the main.
Now, average speed was 31 kilometers an hour.
Okay.
I don't know how many miles that is. I think I did please.
Yeah, that's awesome though. I actually seeing your books in the background. We've been watching a Harry Potter movie with the family we all watch it at the same time. I have learned things about Harry Potter films I didn't realise. Like in my head, because they so badly rushed the ending. In my head, Prisoner of Azkaban was like the worst movie. We're up to Order of the Phoenix. I don't think Prisoner of Azkaban anywhere near as bad as I remember.
Really?
In fact, I always would say Goblet of Fire was one of my favourite movies. I think Prisoner of Azkaban is a better movie. Goblet of Fire, the film, basically goes, I can't remember what the Quidditch World Cup. So basically goes, World Cup, Triwizard entry, Dragons, Yule Border, the Maze, and we're done. Like, it's very, like, blocky, I discovered on rewatch.
Set pieces.
Yeah, and I think, but I think what I'm obviously I'm not going to say his name right, but Alfonso Cuarón added to Prisoner of Azkaban, and what Yates added to Order of the Phoenix just made the films jump. I really enjoyed Order of the Phoenix. I think it's a really good adaptation.
Order of the Phoenix is one of my favourites, and it's the only one not written by that guy.
Oh, Chris really put the limits with these gestuations.
So in terms of the picture that's just here, this is a signed photo of Tommy Wiseau.
That was Justin Bieber for some reason.
It used to be in that frame, actually, Justin Bieber, from an old YouTube video we did. But now it is Tommy Wiseau. I don't know if it's in the way. So yeah, that's why that's there.
We actually comment saying about J.K. Rowling. We did discuss that on a I think on an episode of Stephen University, and some of her comments and stuff, like not like the stuff. Council of Geeks did a great video about it. I would urge anyone to check out his video. Going if you're interested in that, but yeah, J.K. Rowling really should have clarified her views on stuff. She had every opportunity to and hasn't, and I think it's wrong. And I think that she opportunities that she's not actually followed through on with some of those things. So I think it's not good at all. And we do talk about it. And like I say, Council of Geeks does a great video on it.
She's not as open and disgusting as Graham Linham on the matter, but yeah, she's definitely said some stuff.
Graham Linham from like Father Ted? Yeah, the writer of Father Ted. Oh, really? Oh, no, I do know some of that. Yeah,
he's a garbage person. He should be in a bin. He lobbied the lottery fund in Ireland, I think, to a charity because of its links to like helping kids with challenge. So it was disgusting. I think the charity was Mermaids. He's a terrible human being.
Well, it's as well. What always gets me is like, J.K. Rowling says stuff like, "Oh, Dumbledore's gay," and doesn't. We said we wouldn't go into it. We are, but then doesn't follow through on that. So it's the sheer power of what that could mean for people is astonishing, and she doesn't take the opportunity to actually see it through. And it may be, hey, if the third Fantastic Beast comes out and it's a huge part of it, I'm happy to do that. I would love to do that because that would mean that she was actually seeing that idea through instead of seemingly saying it with no desire to actually see it through.
Yeah, and I think in terms of her comments as well, she's in a position where if enough people were to speak up against her and she read into it and thought it through, considered it, and then came out and basically said, "Look, okay, I think I was wrong." Or at least engaging in a debate and like a conversation with other people about these things, you'd be a lot more willing to. But it's as you put it out, it's that deafening silence that followed the comments that's really weird. And
I'm basically stealing Council of Geeks, making it as eloquent, but you can't even use the argument, "Oh, well, maybe she doesn't want to go into her views," because she's clarified her views on a lot of And with particular subjects, she's made points and refused to clarify her views and kind of suggested a view by not clarifying. Yes, Bianca, we did do an episode on The Cursed Child where I read the book and Dan saw the play. I'm going to see if I can find out.
And The Cursed Child.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I'm just double checking now. Although, Nothing But Static 104 NBS and The Cursed Child. Where we had two very different reads of it, and I would love to see that play because I imagine as a play it works really well.
It's a really good play. Shame it's such a mess as a text.
If they've not released an official recording by now or adapted it by now.
I think it's because of how much money it's making. How long is it taking them to get Hamilton? Like, Disney won't even put it on their platform until 2022, I think.
Speaking of which, when I know it's Frankenstein is National Theatre Live's stream tonight, which is very exciting.
I like now all the drama on our stream is solved. We've gone down to 16 concurrent viewers.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. I saw Ghost Child and it was a completely different experience for me. Yeah, no, I bet, Sophie. I'm gutted I've not seen it. And actually, everyone I know has said that. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
It's a great play to watch. Like, magic is real.
Yeah, like literally, how did they do that? How did they achieve that?
Yeah. Like, I genuinely, like, some of the effects are insane.
I was laughing at the. Yeah, I think that's why things like, NT Live and things like the musicians that are putting on streaming gigs in aid of independent music venues, I think all of that stuff is really important. And I think when stuff like that has happened, like lots of money's been raised and stuff. Yeah.
What I like to think, Chris, is all our technical problems just weeded out your family.
I mean, it certainly seems it, yeah. Like, without a doubt. Like, there was a lot of, in the WhatsApp group, a lot of people were getting tea ready. So, assume maybe, unless anyone wants to prove us any different.
If there's anyone still in the Discord, not in the Discord, sorry, in the chat on the YouTube channel, please come.
Hey, Daniel's here! Daniel partly spent lockdown playing chess on a chess app.
That's fair.
Yeah, I bet.
You see the time.
Yeah. You got a question, Daniel? Oh, don't ask a question. I dread to think.
Well, can I just say that when we had no sound, Chris and I were thrilled and excited that Bianca, or on the chat, the Tailbite was talking to Chris's dad. That made me
Billing Dad is back.
Really happy.
Billing Dad, Bianca, is connecting with him. It's great. Weird. Two worlds colliding that I didn't think would collide. But there we go.
This is the joy of our podcast, sort of having the weird sort of travel that does, which we have a very small group of listeners, but they are quite far spread. We have people from the Philippines listening, Bianca being the example I'm using, and it's just so strange to think your dad for our listeners from the Philippines.
Yeah.
It's kind of mind melting, isn't it?
Daniel says we need to review Psych, and I need to watch Rick and Morty. Both fair points, I think.
Yeah. I mean, Psych is fine. It's a procedural. It's one of the better ones.
I think Dad just said, is that Jessica? Where? Oh, maybe. Can you hear background? I don't know. But no, that's not. Maybe Nadia or Jess can be heard. Making a second movie. How?
Yeah, they announced that last week.
What? Why? In this scenario?
No, maybe not last week.
As well. They were like, you know what we should do? We should announce the Psych sequel.
There's a lot of love for Psych. I get it. It's a bit like Castle. It had a real dedicated audience. I moved too much then. I already feel like I ruined the stream.
But I always got the impression that Castle's fans were really big on Castle and has made a lot of huge Psych love.
I think in the UK it never really got an audience.
Yeah,
it is a very US show in terms of its audience. They never promoted it over here, even when it did air.
This is a current TV topic we could talk about. Why not? Because it's not on the list for MBS too.
Yes, yeah, I was going to recommend it on this week's MBS.
So was I. Oh. I think they will. Let's spoil that bit now. Why not? much crossover. Like, I know my family aren't going to listen to the Overstatic, so and they're half the viewers. It's all good. To those of you who don't know. I think it's great. I was really worried at the end, as we discussed, at the end of Series 1, that it was going to just be a rehash, and he was going to go back to his ways, and all he'd have learned, of no consequence. And actually, it was a good story about grief, and it was, he didn't go back on any lessons. They didn't take, because they kind of hinted at the end of Series 1 that they were going to take, but I'm still going to be an arsehole where appropriate, tact. And they didn't do that. There wasn't really a lot of that humour, like some scenes maybe. But I thought actually the notion of him trying to help people made for a really interesting second series.
Yeah, it did. It was good on it in of itself, but it did feel mildly redundant. Like,
I don't know. I enjoyed seeing the characters. I'd be up for a third series.
I enjoyed watching it, but it didn't need to exist. It felt very much like it was just sort of spinning its wheels, like an epilogue, like rather than an actual exist on its own right. It didn't. It didn't tell a story that needed to be told. I enjoyed being back in the world. It's funny. I like the characters. Seeing him in a different place is good and valuable, and I did enjoy that. But it didn't need to exist, and the story didn't need to be told. Therefore, the whole thing did have this whole undertone for me of just like, I'm enjoying this, but why? Why does this exist?
But what would have solved that for you? Because it can exist for your entertainment, can't it?
Yeah, but the first series did more than that. It told a really important story. So this feels slightly hollow in comparison. Because
I don't know. I found that
doing that now. It's hitting on a lot of the same beats from the first season.
See, I don't know, because the thread one, I think they fleshed out the side characters a lot more. Almost like they did with the US office. And two, the story. I don't want to do any spoilers. If we cut out, by the way, Afterlife, we may have cut out by looking at the comments. If the storyline of him and the who works in the care home, I thought that story was just really.
We're back. Might take a couple of seconds to catch up for the.
I believe the first 34 minutes of madness on the for people to go.
I have a choice. I don't think I have a.
Chop it up and put it on, I suppose, but yeah. But that seems
for those wondering what that was originally existed for me to have me and Chris individually, so I could zoom in when one person was talking. With all the stuff with the problems with the sound, I stripped OBS of all the extra bits on accident when I was typing and knocked the screen. That's why we ended up with a black screen for a moment there.
Is there for the comments, is there a TV show or anything anyone would like to hear us talk about? Like Dan said, any questions?
I'm just going to go silent on purpose to give that 10 seconds for that to catch up. I would say that I've sort of changed my mind, Chris, on House.
What, you no longer think it's good?
No. We talked a lot when we started on Nothing But Static about season 4 of House being incredible and being this real standout, which kind of breaks the rule of season 4 being the bad one. No, it's where the show starts to fall apart.
Oh, you always loved series 4 though. You were always a big Series 4 guy, the story arc of Series 4, etc.
Yeah, I know. Really
Shit.
sad. It basically starts to jump the shark in little bits in season 3, and then by season 4, it's just bonkers, and it's just not the show. It was a much subtler, more interesting show in its early days. They still do some amazing episodes, and we're actually up to season 5 now. Me and Nadia, we're watching like an episode or two every night since the quarantine started.
You literally would describe Series 4 as like your favourite series.
I know.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We've had some questions.
Yes.
One I saw whiz by. I don't know if Netflix will give Community a movie. I know they'd all want to do. I mean, Joe McHale will do anything for Netflix, as would seem. I still need to watch that final bizarre episode of Tiger King, actually. I don't know if all the pieces will come together, and I don't hear Parks coming back doesn't surprise me because the cast always talk about Parks with affection, and I know they do Community. I certainly don't think you're gonna get all of them back. I would love it, by the way. I really would love it. I think Netflix would maybe do it. Only the numbers would tell you that. I don't know if I can see it happening, unfortunately.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Dan Harmon was talking about writing it or hinting about writing it right before his podcast finished. It's been a huge hit for Netflix. There's been a massive boon of people discovering Netflix in America. It's almost as if this whole time it was as ahead of its time as we all suggested it was, and now people have caught up to it. And like the amount of love I'm seeing for it online, like the huge boon of people that sort of came on the subreddit this last month since it hit Netflix. Combine that with Dan Harmon starting to know about it, John McHale's relationship with it, the recent reunion. I just think absolutely. I think it's.
But do you think it will be what people want it to be? And obviously the big question: do you think they'll get Glover?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's a movie. It's not that big a commitment. Done with the series, it was a long process. A movie is not like a Community movie will not be that big of a time sink for him.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
I
think they'll do it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Now I'm wondering what other questions we had, but yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, let's have a look. I do have the Scott Pilgrim novels behind me. They're right here. Let me get one out. There you go. Beautiful.
I'd say in one of the comments about Community, I still maintain one of its best episodes ever was in the season we don't talk about, which is the one where Troy and Abed do the Freaky Friday thing and say they've swapped characters, and it's also that one of them can deliver bad news the other one can't face. I think it's a brilliant episode, and I hate that Series 4 gets such a bad rep because that episode falls into that and doesn't get considered when people talk about the best episodes, but I love that episode.
Was it Will It Be Good? It's been a long enough that if Dan Harmon really he could definitely produce a good script.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it'll be what everyone wants it to be. I think I'm going to enjoy it, but I don't think mass audiences are going to. So there you go. I think if the original cast are in it, it will be good.
Yeah,
I think that makes a big difference.
Yeah, and
it'll
it's
take 14 years for Dan Harmon to write it. Yeah, that's true.
That's fair. Veronica Mars is bizarre because Dan loved the show and watched all of it. I watched the last season on Hulu and really, really enjoyed it. So I thought that last season was fantastic. And again, I get that guts. I saw an article the other day about shows that should never come back from big Veronica Mars fans. Well, as far as I can tell. I love it.
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah, I do. Fair enough. But I really, really enjoyed it. But from what I understand, it was a lot more serialized than the old show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But these things have to evolve, don't they? They can't just be like. You got to do something different with it if you bring it back after all that time. It's like people crap on the Arrested Development 4th season for doing something original and different. I was like, well, Arrested Development was experimental and different when it was new. It was ahead of its time. It was doing a style of comedy that today is standard.
Yeah.
But at the time, those way it built those jokes over time was unknown. It was no one was doing that. And then when he brought it back, he tried something different again because he was like, "Well, I'm not going to do the same thing I did, however many years ago. I'm going to update it somehow or do something different with it just to keep it interesting, even for myself as a writer, So yeah, I think it was fine. I don't mind that it was serialized for a season. It's fine.
No, and I think a lot of people I don't think a lot of people loved that we weren't seeing the characters in Arrested Development 4 interact much with each other. I think it. I loved things like the reveal that they were all in that room happening really slowly. But I think, it wasn't. Well, the trouble. I don't know if anyone was listening then or remembers it. Part of the problem with Arrested Development season 4 for me is the madness in which we viewed it, Dan, which was to view it all in one day and record segments of a podcast after every 3 episodes. And it was, I don't think it made for an entertaining podcast. It certainly affected viewing the show.
We marathoned the 4th season of Arrested Development.
Man.
We were wearing cut-offs.
Oh, God.
We had a banner that says "Family loves Netflix."
Yeah.
We made frozen bananas.
Yeah.
And
I don't know if my view of that season will always be slightly clouded by that.
To get to some of the other shows being referenced, I love What We Do in the Shadows. Haven't seen any of the second season yet. Me and Nadia are sort of saving up that up so we can watch a few episodes at once. We enjoyed binging that last time, so we're going to wait till there's a handful to watch. It's a great show. Midnight Gospel, I have not watched any at the moment. I'm scared it's terrible. I think it looks beautiful, and I do like I like the various ingredients, but I'm very scared that together they're going to be bad for each other. I don't think Pendleton Ward and Duncan Trussell together is a good recipe. I think that's a recipe for a very meandering, pondering, esoteric thing that says a lot of interesting things, but also says nothing at the exact same time. Yeah. Very scared of that being the case. So we'll see. I've watched 3 episodes and I'm also scared it's terrible. Great. In terms of Westworld, I am keeping up with Westworld. I'm really enjoying the 3rd season so far. I think it's fantastic. It's better than the 2nd. Maybe not quite as good as the 1st, but really enjoying Westworld. It's very.
I still need to get up to date.
Mm.
What do you prefer, Dan? Big city or country?
What now?
That's a question. What do you guys prefer, big city or country? I can't decide the setting for a short game I'm making.
Oh, country's always more interesting.
See, I just
set in a city.
Yeah, from a gaming point of view, yeah, I think that's fair. In general, I don't know, just the writing and stuff. I always like city views and stuff. I kind of think there's a story behind every window. Bit wanky, but yeah.
Well, I like with the countryside. It's like it can be so full of life, but also very still all at once because the life is like animals and plants and stuff like that. There's area. I like that.
Good. Dan got
going for a creepy game.
Dan, you got wankier than I did. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I said it here. Just.
I have not been watching the new Clone Wars because when it started when Disney Plus launched, I decided to go back and watch all of Clone Wars, and I'm now in season 3. So not yet.
Sorry, my cousin has written, I love some wanky stories behind every window. I don't know what the reference is to, but I liked the farm episode of The Office. I am alone in that, but I would have been interested to see that spin-off. But I think the ending of the show, as a result of not doing the spin-off, was better. So.
And for those who don't know, Duncan Trussell's popular for a podcast, which won't surprise anyone who's watched any of the Midnight Gospel because it is podcast themed as a show. He had a cancer scare, I believe, and he started a podcast about his experience with cancer. I listened to a chunk of it. Dan Harmon recommended it, and then had Duncan Trussell on Harmontown.
Oh,
that's how I sort of discovered him.
Yeah.
I really do like him. Him and Pendleton Ward together is a terrible idea. It's just 2 people that are going to bring out each other's worst traits.
I don't know the names or the people, unfortunately. But...
Well, Duncan Trussell is the podcast I just mentioned. Pendleton Ward is the creator of Adventure Time.
Okay.
So Duncan Trussell seems to be interviewing people, and then Pendleton Ward is like animating all this surreal imagery around it.
Oh wow!
It's on Netflix. It's a really interesting concept, but again, not sure the execution is that one. I'd rather just listen to a Duncan Trussell podcast or go back and watch, Adventure Time of Bravest Warriors. Where is there a setting for the third season of Miracle Workers that would excite you if they get a third season? Any. The second one was so absurdly good, despite being so completely different. Give me anything. I don't care. I trust that writer. What's his assignment?
The big wanky windows in the city.
Did you see the first season of Miracle Workers yet, Chris?
Second season? No, I haven't seen it yet. No.
Oh, second, sorry.
No, in fact, I didn't finish the third. No, I know from you it's about something completely different, and that sounds fascinating. But no.
I'll tell you now. It's called Miracle Workers: The Dark Ages.
So is it the same cast?
Yes.
Right.
They play
Okay.
different roles.
That's fascinating. I'd want them to keep doing that, but whether they will.
Oh, well, yeah, it depends if they get commissioned. Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Do you want to take that one, Chris?
Yeah, I've watched the first couple of seasons, and yeah, it's one of those shows that I've never particularly been against, but equally never particularly sat. Oh, another drink. Thank you very much. Sat down to sort of watch all the way through. One of the actors, though, Charlie Day. Is that the right name? Is in Mythic Quest, which is a show we're reviewing on the next Nothing But Static. Little plug. And yeah, it's weird. It's one of those shows where I don't particularly watch it live, but I have nothing against it and what I've seen. It's kind of often there's shows where I may have watched them all if we didn't do a podcast. And I'd say It's Always Sunny kind of falls into that.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit the same as like other examples. I thought I had one, but it doesn't really fit. There's a few shows like that I've got where like I know it's good and I've watched a certain amount of it, and I would watch more if I was free more than I am. And now we're in isolation. I am going like catch up on some stuff. Like I'm catching up on DuckTales, which I was behind on, and a few other things. But like because me and Nadia are doing the comfort food thing of watching House.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously we're 5 seasons in. We've been basically watching a season a week.
So even though it's declined in quality, you're going to keep powering through for another 4 seasons.
No, we're probably going to stop at the season 6 episode or season 7 episode Broken.
What's your? She's going to shut down. Hold on, cancel that. What's your? I really want to rewatch, and I really want to watch. I really want to watch is The West Wing. Desperate to watch anymore. And I don't know why I want to. I think the DVDs just look so cool. I just want to rewatch Seinfeld for some reason, which is weird. And those are my 2 others at the moment.
The desperately want to watch or rewatch. Sorry, at the moment it's time between 2, and me and Nadia are debating which one to watch when we finish House. But it is Chuck or Pushing Daisies.
Did you see the table read of Chuck?
I saw that they done.
Yeah, I watched a bit of it. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it was really weird because Zachary Levi looks so. If that's how you say his name, looks so. They can't do the feed without Chuck, and then I realised he was on there and doing it, and yeah. Hey, feeling dad's
Just what?
No, it's just because he's so like hunky and different now. I was just like looking.
Well, you just didn't think it was him.
Yeah, I was just looking for like Chuck, and yeah, it was
So there's a mountain of a man.
Yeah.
You're like, who's this beefy guy?
I feel like Billing Dad. Given that he's still watching, we should talk. Well, I don't know. Did you watch? Have you watched Afterlife? I think he has. But well, the Formula One, I guess, but that's been cancelled, so there's nothing to say there.
Oh, well, I mean, this week they've announced that they're hoping to come back, and they've cancelled the French Grand Prix to the relief of everyone, because that race has not been good since it came back to the Paul Ricard circuit.
Plus, it would be an appalling idea to, like, if things need to stay shut, they need to stay shut, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, but everyone was like...
Hold on, sorry to interrupt. But right, so maybe you got too much time here, Daniel. So, High School Musical, the series, is self-aware enough to be good. See, I was tempted to watch it because it seems so ridiculous. Could you be convinced to watch it?
No.
What if how many people we got on the chat?
17.
Right. If we get 11 thumbs ups, will you add it to not this edition of Nothing But Static? We still need to watch, but next edition.
I've
What
already
if
got
we
something
did-
I'm doing that for the next Nothing But Static to surprise you.
So what is that then? Well, okay. Okay, but what if we do an all request Nothing But Static? So Paw Patrol is the request from my friend. You're about to request one, and then we
No,
get.
I'm not requesting one. This is something you made.
What did I make you watch? What again?
Shall I tell you? Shall I reveal it
Yeah,
now?
you can reveal it now. Yeah.
I have watched a season and a half of Saved by the Bell.
Amazing.
I'm secretly watching it like in little gaps. No, it's terrible.
Oh, we got a thumbs up.
We're on 8 likes.
There we go.
Yeah,
There we
Lord.
go. So we're doing.
Oh, 9. Chris, what have you done?
I watched some Saved by the Bell as well. So it's all Nothing But Static.
We're at 10.
We'll do Saved by the Bell. We'll do, if we get the likes, High School Musical, the series.
11.
High School Musical, the musical, the series.
12.
There you go. Boom. Going to decide the fourth one.
The chat.
Okay, so
wait. So the Nothing But Static after the current one that would.
a few days.
What are we going to talk about? Paw
Saved by the
Patrol,
Bell.
Saved by the Bell.
And the musical, the series.
Okay.
So now we just need the people to vote for a fourth show, and it'll be
Yeah.
Nothing But
What
Static.
ridiculous show are you going to force us to watch?
It could be
You've got
side.
power.
That's to be
18
ridiculous.
of you right now. Figure it out between you in the comments. We'll review it on not the next podcast, but the podcast after.
Yeah. So the next one is Tiger King. Well, Afterlife probably a bit because we've both seen it.
Middleditch and Swartz.
Middleditch and Swartz, and there was another one.
Yeah, Mythic Quest.
Mythic Quest. Yeah, there you go. And then all request Nothing But Static. I don't want to waste Land of the. I don't know what that is.
I don't want to Land of the Luster.
Well, that is 2 votes for. Oh no, that's both Candy. Hey, I would happily rewatch. The Office.
That's like asking your dad if he's ever heard of this Formula One thing.
I think The Office has become my ultimate. I could just put any episode on in the background.
Yeah, we've been doing that a bit with Futurama. We're just skipping through random episodes of that. Like 20 minutes to watch something. Like if we're having lunch and Nadia's got like a call scheduled because she's working from home, we can't watch a full episode of the house, so we'll stick on a my brain.
We never said whole seasons, Bianca. Just to bring it. Keenan and Kel, not a bad shout. Dark
Keenan
Crystal,
and
Age
Kel.
of Resistance.
I'm really surprised people like trying to get us to watch stuff they want us to watch because they like it. I really thought Sultana or something.
Hey, that's what I'd have done with my vote. But okay, we're going to
Show by Pendleton Warders on Netflix. Yeah, we just talked about that. Midnight Gospel. Yeah, I'm very scared it's terrible.
Oh, I think Jess might have seen Cheer, maybe, or heard about Cheer.
The problem we have here is, Chris, there's no consensus.
Right. Okay. So, what have we? I'll make a list. Right. Of things we've seen come up.
I can't believe you got us to 13. Like,
Right. Keenan and Kel. What else has come up? Insecure. Degrassi. Frisky is the latest, so I'm just going to look up. So anything pre Frisky Dingo, whatever that is, has a chance.
Psych.
Yeah, I'm putting Psych on there. Psych has come up in this conversation. This is going to be so. Psych. I probably won't. We did a whole episode on The Office. I'm not going to put The Office. Space Patrol.
I forgot.
Or
No,
whole
the whole
Yeah.
Office retrospective episode.
I don't want
Do you do those anymore?
No, we need to know about the bell.
Mate, I'm 2 seasons in.
Right.
Hold up.
Okay.
That principal is way too better than those kids.
The Thick of It is a great background show. Right. Seen these names a bunch?
I've already seen Love is Blind, Sophie, but thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah, as have I. I enjoyed Love is Blind way more than Tiger King in terms of crap. Right, so SNL, Keenan and Kel, Insecure, Degrassi, Frisky Dingo, Marbella, Psych, Space Patrol, Marbella E, Space Patrol, and Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance. Of those,
well, they're just going to name the things they've already named, aren't they?
nah, try and keep it. You know, some people, not everyone's things got through. Oh, I just want to get through some of the shows we're reviewing this week first.
We're going to regret this. Why do I've forgotten about that.
It's good. Are we allowed to go older? All right, just because you're billing dad, you can go. You can, unless be difficult. Billing dad choosing the show that we review. This could be very bad.
Oh, that could be very good.
What do people think about billing dad deciding? Bianca's in, of course she is.
So,
okay. That's all right.
It's not come up on mine yet.
That's an interesting shout. We can go the one. There you go.
I mean, if you
We'd have to rewatch. So I can't believe Dad's still listening. Like, we'd have to rewatch.
Yeah, I really thought after the sound
talking about
of the bottle
yes.
at the beginning, he'd be
Thank
gone.
you. Well, we'd have to try and watch a fair bit of season 1 again. Oh god, that's a heavy rewatch. Then again, we're also watching Paw Patrol and Saved by the Bell, so you know.
Oh, we've had a request for Drag Race, which is a show that Nadia loves.
Yeah.
I mean, I think.
Okay, well, we'll take it down.
Billing that? Do we refer to billing that being known?
All right, we'll take it down to a vote. The two choices are RuPaul's Drag Race or The Wire. Vote now.
Wow. Narrowed it down that quick.
What a choice.
Did you narrow it down to those two just on the basis of they were such a contrast from each other?
Right, one for The Wire, one for Drag Race. Get you billing dad using emoji. RuPaul. As a family, we are still watching Potter. Yeah, this is not going to interrupt Harry Potter. Don't worry. Keep track of it. All right, hold on. The Wire. Oh man, it's getting so fast.
What's The Wire?
Nice to see who's.
The Wire. Yeah, I'm going to try and keep track of this.
Hold on. Drag Race for Adams. Some people are putting it multiple times. Right, hold on. Right, Fretzel The Wire. Drag
Yeah, and votes from Adam.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Adam's 1 vote for RuPaul. Right. He said The Wire. Daniel's going RuPaul.
While people are voting, does anyone want to throw in a quick comment about how this is looking and sounding now? Because no one's complained in a while, which makes me think it's stable-ish. So I'm curious as to whether that is true. We've got to do something about how this works next time we do this.
not the worst shout. Right.
We also got
Paw Patrol, Saved by the Bell, and something else.
Ish.
Something else came up. Paw Patrol, Saved by the Bell, and then we decided to give. No, what was the other choice then? Someone else requested. We had.
Paw Patrol, Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, we had another one.
We did.
I don't know what that means. Right, hold on. Right.
Oh, High School the Musical. The musical.
Yeah, that's it. And that, yeah. Right, I'm just counting. I'm counting the votes.
Chris is counting the votes. Everyone, it's a very tense moment. He will shortly of this. What's that?
No, I said no. I won't. It's a draw.
It's a draw.
Yeah. Should I give the vote to Jess?
Yeah, Jess can choose.
All right. I bet she's not watching live. Jess, are you still watching live? On and off. Brilliant. Dad stuck with it. Right. There's 2 shows being suggested. One's your father-in-law or future father-in-law, so bear that in mind. That Dan and I have to watch for the next podcast.
Manipulative.
You've got to choose whether we watch a Wire or RuPaul's Drag Race.
I'm intrigued.
Oh, hold on. Each season of RuPaul's Drag Race. That is.
You know we're live here. Which season of RuPaul's Drag Race? Apparently that affects it.
I know that definitely. I know that affects it quite heavily. I think the real solution here is what's been suggested by Latty. I mean, we should watch the video from The Wire with the audio from Drag Race.
Hold on. What did you say?
The only sensible answer.
Adam Jess says no. Not even got the sound on, I doubt. Yeah, you can't hear Dan anyway. Right. Anyone got any suggestions for season? You could argue the same about The Wire.
While we wait for this to happen.
This is weirder than when we had technical difficulties.
I'm dying slowly. Watch a person fall apart. For those wondering who were here right at the beginning when we had the hold carded music on it, the band in question whose music was playing under that were called Noonday Sun. They're a local Manchester band that are sadly no longer, but I got a CD of theirs when I saw them live. Like 2 EPs, so that's what the music was under the beginning. So there you go. We'll stand with the subtitles of Tokyo Drift while drunk with friends. Every season is good enough, lol, they're all a hoot, says Candy. An extreme power move.
Yeah, it was. I don't know what to do here. I mean, that's been the case for 2.5 hours, but however long it's been.
2 hours, Chris.
Why don't we just do an episode? Why don't we just do some of The Wire and some of RuPaul's Drag Race? Because Paw Patrol's not going to take too long. Saved by the Bell's not going to take too long. I don't know how long High School Musical, the series is. All right, we're going to do an episode of both.
Okay.
Right, done. Hold on.
Yeah.
We got to do both now because you couldn't make a decision, so that's your fault. Huh? All right. Well. Season.
Oh dear.
Can you tell us now? All right. Just going to turn the dinner and then decide a season for RuPaul. We're watching 3 episodes of Paw Patrol.
We gotta watch Lady and the Tramp as well.
Yeah, but we've got 2 weeks to watch all this stuff.
Well, yeah. Do we though? We're still a week off hitting the Static S200.
Just put the audio of this shit up. It's fine.
The audio.
Yeah. Saved by the Bell, Paw Patrol, High School Musical.
Thank you, Latty.
What?
Just some support.
What did she say? I don't understand. Yeah.
Just want to point out the comment. And for those who can't see it, it's I don't want to start a new podcast right now after Stevie University. I'd like a bit of a break. A quote attributed to Dan Doolan, 2020.
Right. A few things. One, it sounds like a lot of shows, but Paw Patrol, we've only got to watch 3 episodes and they're 10 minutes long, so that's only half an hour. 2, Dan off his own back. Well, that's nothing to do with me.
No, you had a whole thing where you worked out how many hours of Saved by the Bell I'd have to watch to catch up in time for the new show on the last podcast.
I said you should do it.
Doing the math sort of suggests you think I should.
High School Musical, the series. How long are those episodes, Daniel?
And Buddy says, wait, me? You asking me?
No, Daniel, he's seen it. By the way, because it's an all request, nothing but static, we're not committing to like shitloads of episodes. Saved by the Bell, The Wire, Paul Drag Race.
I didn't get to see Hilda. I would have liked to have watched some Hilda. I haven't found the time. I will get there then. It's an adorable little show.
Yeah.
It's weird though, because I feel like I'm watching an awful lot at the moment. Because I'm cramming it in little gaps. But I'm also like, doing an extraordinary amount of writing. And it's time-wise, I'm sort of like, my days feel fuller than they did when we weren't in quarantine.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. Shouldn't. I should feel way more relaxed and like I've got way more leisure time. But trying to make sure that I'm like cycling, eating reasonably well, like, or about in your pants all day. Like, get writing done so I feel like I'm being productive. Keep the house clean because there are 2 people living in it constantly. Dishes needing done or things needing sweeping or whatever. Like, on top of all that, they're trying to watch TV shows for the podcast, record podcasts. Like, where's my time?
Yeah, it's
to the leisure time I was told I'd get when we went into quarantine.
Yeah, I know. Like I said earlier with the list, like you make a list of all the stuff, and then you don't get them done. What's not going to happen?
So wait, there's a 45-minute episode of Paw Patrol.
Oh, sorry. I think the 45 minutes of the High School Musical, the series. Really, the only challenge here is The Wire.
It's a big commitment.
Oh, we don't have to watch all the season. Well, I can't. I won't.
And a very good point has been made here. With all that going on, how am I going to find time to play Animal Crossing?
I don't know what those words mean. So,
I mean, that's upsetting.
Massive.
Everyone in the comments not knowing what Animal Crossing is.
Yeah, that's fair.
Comments. Shoot up now.
Fair.
Everyone starts telling you how wrong you are.
You are right, though. We do need to fit in another episode before June 7th. And it is nearly May. Unless we make all requests NBS a 2-parter.
We could. Either way, there's a lot. We lose an episode as well from our usual run because they're not going to do upfronts this year, are they? So we're not going to get to do picked up, put down. So for those who are listening to this who know university, don't listen to our every year called Picked Up, Put Down. Where after the upfronts happen, we review all of the trailers that get aired for all the upcoming shows, and it's a mission, but it's a really fun. Oh. What are you doing? There's no way they're going to do upfronts, is there? They just cancelled Comic-Con.
My cousin wants to play you at Animal Crossing.
Oh, good. Oh, his turnips are 589. Man, where were you yesterday? We sold our turnips yesterday, Mr. Osmond. Very upsetting. We sold ours for $3.57.
Huh?
How many bits of bacon do you want for your burger?
I mean, why would you ask me that on a stream? No, I can't. Huh? I mean, I've got to give like a. I mean, whatever I say, double it. It's embarrassing.
This might be my favourite thing that's ever happened.
I'll write it down. How many bits of bacon are you having? My mum will be there now, going, tell him he can't have much bacon. How many?
The amount of bacon you eat should be very much dependent on how much exercise you did this morning.
We didn't do Joe Wicks today. I was too busy at work.
Oh no.
What are you doing bacon wise?
2 bits.
Right.
Right. I'll what's this?
Okay.
I don't know. Well, I'll take.
To Mr. Osmond in the chat, it sounds like he's having burger.
Is it just? Is it just one burger? Yeah.
Not 2 bits of bacon.
Yeah. Yeah. That's less than you'd have in a bacon sandwich. That seems alright. What cheese and bacon?
Well, you've got mozzarella.
I've got mozzarella. Oh, that's
Because I
cheese.
think the cheddar's been open too long.
Okay, I'll take mozzarella. I'd love that.
Okay.
Yeah. So the suggestion is to text her your bacon number.
No, I think 3. 4 would be, even I can admit 4 would be too much bacon on a burger. No, 3. Genuinely 3.
Oh, fuck.
No, 4's the right amount for a sandwich. 4 would be too much for a burger. Don't you feel?
Right. You pointed out that I haven't had much time to play Outer Wilds. I'm sad about that too. I started Outer Wilds, was really enjoying it. Haven't had any time since. I did write a song today though. Does that count as a thing? It's a good use of my time, I'd say.
And when you lived at home, we were told off for butting in. What does that mean?
Yes, you're
Oh, the fact that Jess butted in for the podcast. I'd have gone. I think 3's really very good. Now I'm feeling guilty for my bacon choices.
I mean, I'd have had 2.
Yeah, 3's probably too much to be fair.
Depends how big the bacon pieces are. I mean, are they bacon that's cut in bits, or are they whole rashers of
You
bacon?
thought I was having 3 bits of lardons, just 3 sprinkled. No, they're a whole rasher of bacon. Yeah, 3's
Yeah, 3 is too many.
But hopefully Jess is listening to this because.
I mean, yeah. It's a lot of those.
In order to watch more of this stuff, do we split this episode in 2?
It'll give us more time to watch some of it.
Yeah.
So we record the one we record this week as planned.
Yeah.
Next week we record one where we just talk about something we've already watched, another one of the ones we've already watched, and then we do the 2 bigger ones the week after, give us more lead time.
Well, what's funnier to go with The Wire? High School. Do we do the 2? Do we do the 2 user votes in one? So The Wire and RuPaul in one, because they're probably the biggest. Yeah, time commitment.
So Paw Patrol, High School, the musical. Next
What an appalling episode.
Look, we let the listeners choose.
Yeah.
And now we've got to. Now look what. Like, you know what? I feel like singing that Taylor Swift song at you. Look what you made me do.
Right, so
They say there's a Taylor Swift song for every occasion, and they're right, Chris.
Paw Patrol, and we're also talking about Parks and Rec.
Oh yeah, we are reviewing Parks and Rec this week.
That's why we're doing
There's a
it.
new episode of Parks and Rec tonight. It's the first thing I'm going to do tomorrow morning, I think, is watch that.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch that. Yeah,
Really
definitely.
excited. Do you think it's weird they've not put any footage of it out?
It's a bit bizarre. Yeah, I
I
think.
think they might do a small teaser trailer, like 10, 20 seconds.
Yeah, because it's half an hour long, isn't it? So 22 minutes. Do you think? Yeah, talking of Community, do you think this will lead to an actual episode of Parks?
What, following this stream?
Yeah.
This is not stream, so this one from home.
Yeah.
No, because the problem
you
they
think
have
it's
is they jumped in time, didn't they? They shot themselves in the foot a bit from doing any more.
I don't know. If Will and Grace could just write off a season finale in a joke, then.
Yeah.
Also, you just set the story before that shit happened.
What?
Oh, that's set the story before that shit happened. Are they setting this? because technically the show's
Ahead, yeah.
ahead, but they're not going to do because wasn't there a falling out or something? They surely they're not going to expect people to remember the continuity of like things like the fights and.
No, I suspect it's going to be set shortly after the series. Shortly after the series left its original timeline. So before
Yeah, but
any of the events,
two of the characters have fallen out with that.
not they fall out in between. So you say this is set before they fell out.
Right. Okay.
After
Well,
the
I don't
series.
think it's that much, to be honest, but.
The verdict is in, Chris. You shouldn't have more than one piece of bacon on a burger.
Yeah, like 3's too much. I'll admit that. Yeah, that's a mistake.
I love how many of your family are in this stream. It's amazing.
Yeah, because by proxy I got because my cousin's at home. So yeah, that's my aunt commenting. I mean, 2020. What? Why is my dad written 2000?
Oh, it's the time, maybe. Oh, he's clapping.
Anyway, we should clap.
I'm not going to get clapped. I think it's the height of hypocrisy for a country to continue clapping for the NHS when they won't vote for the party that actually want to fund them properly. You speak to any nurse that works for the NHS and watch their reaction. It's a very hypocritical country we live in right now.
Yeah.
Give them the wages they need and fund them properly rather than clapping. It's a yeah,
we can't end here on this. On this note, I've got to eat at some point. What we're talking about is in the UK, every Monday, people are going out and clapping the NHS and all the key working. For me, politics.
Latty's just said clap to cover the Conservative shame. I think, honestly, if you voted Tory, you should be banned from clapping for the NHS.
So I don't know why you're preaching at me.
It's just, yeah.
I don't know why you're directing at me.
Like, to clarify, I do like the NHS very much. That's why I'm so upset about this clapping thing. Because it is a futile gesture. Give them money, vote differently, when elections happen. That's how you support the NHS.
What a strange note.
That is, well, we don't have to end there. You can go finish up.
Alright, but can't be too long. Strips of bacon cooking, man.
Yeah, we do need to finish up at some point quite soon. Paul Bianca, it's now 3 a.m. in. Actually, it's super. I don't, support. It means nothing if it's not back with the back. I can hear it happening. It is occurring. I can look at my people clapping everywhere. Chris is now Skype window. Yeah. Is the stream just dead? We got swatted for not clapping. Chris wants to be seen to be judge him if he doesn't see him. Oh dear. He's gone. We've lost. So for those of you taking technical problems, for those of you who are a smart way to do this that won't lead to the technical problems we've had, please get in touch and we'll figure this out because we want to do this properly for the statics. We don't want these problems to persist. See, I'm getting shocked. I'm going to say he wants several more bacons. Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm hoping that the stream will stabilize because it says to the Skype thing. So I'm hoping that's fixed it. It looks like it has. People can tell me if it has or hasn't. I guess I'm now going to wait 10 seconds for that to catch up. We're definitely assuming Skype was the problem in terms of the stream problems. There are no. Man. All these shows we have to watch, by the way, because I'm not going to remember all the stuff we have to watch. It's probably Skype for the video audio feeds. That is worrying. We were hoping to do the statics this way. We were able to switch to images. So the plan for the statics is when we do awards, we can put up images of the various bands that we're sort of bands of the shows we're talking about, sort of so people know what we're talking about if they jump in or out. It's a really good idea. But we need to get it working. OBS seems to not be the problem because OBS is still convinced it's strong. It might just be with congestion. Yeah, it could be. I got really good results, and it was when the stream was at its choppiest. I had like a 10 millisecond ping. I had like 70 meg on the upload. I had about 20 meg on the download and 20 meg on the upload. So I really don't know. So, quick question then. Try using different video call software. I was under the impression that this, whatever it's called, NDI source thing only worked with. I do that with other like video services. Like if Chris and I used Zoom or something. Oh, Chris is back.
Yeah.
One second. Here he is. Hello, Chris.
Hello, I'll be honest with you. Obviously, in going downstairs, I've now seen the bacon. Don't regret a thing.
Don't regret a thing. Strong.
Yeah. I
strong.
can't stand Monopoly, but that's a little thing. What have I missed discussion-wise?
We were just talking about ways to fix this for next time we do the stream.
I didn't get Bianca involved. She seems to have a lot of thoughts.
Making his life.
Does that mean Daniel didn't clap? He's now playing Monopoly. No, he must have done.
It was. He only sent that recently, so it's probably clapping. Am I right in thinking you mostly do the clapping so that you know your neighbours see you in the front? That's that. As to why you ran down to clap. Was it?
No, because I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they see me because I don't go all the way outside and just do it indoors.
Just you through the glass.
Yeah,
your porch.
Literally, I'm pretty sure they don't even see. Certainly, no one hears it. No, it's the spirit of it that I like.
So, in terms of Monopoly, we've got an anti-Monopoly game which we've tried to play and do not understand.
I think Monopoly brings out the worst in people.
That's true.
It's just serious.
Your PSA for Christmas: when you're with your families, remember, don't play Monopoly. You'll hate each other.
I like that because I've never had like big Monopoly arguments or anything. I'm just not like a fan.
I've realised.
Are we by the way, are we now doing 3 weeks worth of podcasts?
Yeah, we're super ahead, aren't we? Yeah, I think we'll probably wrap it up. Honestly, just to answer that question to Max, I don't know. We could not make sense of the rules. If someone was to look up that board game, Anti-Monopoly, like, explain it to me in English, I did not follow it at all. Me and Eddie tried to play it and could not suss it out.
As you can see from Billing Dad's comment, never been a fan of Monopoly.
Yeah, I mean, it's not my favourite game either. We've never played it. I'd love
I love some card games. I love Rummy and, new tricks, things like that.
Card games are good.
I went downstairs and I said to Jen, the podcast bit she was listening to, we were still doing the vote on what to watch, and I went, "You're behind." And she was like, "No, I've nearly finished cooking." I was like, "No, not with dinner." Jesus, like, I've not come down to be like, "You're behind."
Does she? That says a lot. It means she thinks you're the sort of person that might come down and be like,
"Yeah,
what's going
come
on?"
on now. I've been dicking about with Dan for 2 years. I'm gonna head off. I thank you for Bianca and everyone else who's offering help on fixing the stream and stuff. Thank you to you all for sticking around. How awesome!
Yeah.
What a lovely experience this has been. We will do it again. Not there's a podcast to do, but after.
Particularly people who've been here since the beginning, the Osmonds, Redrax himself, obviously Billing Dad, Latty, Sophie, Turtle Bite, aka who was here with us earlier, Pretzel, who is for our Overanalyzing the Garden Wall podcast.
Yes, thank you, Pretzel.
Has been here for a little while as well. So I'm missing people. I know that I'm really recently.
Redrax, did you say Redrax?
I did, yeah. I'm trying to go further back to see names that I can't.
Octa, they were here for a while. Candy Reed, yeah. Candy Renee.
Oh yeah, Candy. Ron Quixote D was here for a little while. May still be here. It's hard to tell once people stop commenting. Yeah, I think that's everyone. Oh, Heavenly Evan was with us for a little while. It sounds like they died. That's a terrible thing to say.
Yeah.
They were with us, not anymore.
With us on the
stream. Yeah, I just want to thank anyone who commented and contributed to this stream. Yeah, sorry it was such a shit show.
Yeah, we will fix that with your help. So thank you for that. And again, next time, Tiger King, Mystic Quest, Mitch Middleditch and Swartz, Parks and Rec. A week later, the big guns, Saved by the Bell, Paw Patrol, High School Musical, the series. Week after that, The Wire and RuPaul's Drag Race.
Wait, can you say the last two again? I'm going to do my best gym look to the camera.
Okay. The Wire and RuPaul's Drag Race. That was a really bad gym look.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it just looked upset. Like, it's more kind of, we'll try it the other way around. You ready?
Okay. And the episode after that, RuPaul's Drag Race and The Wire. Yeah, that was better.
Is that better? Let me watch it on 10-second delay.
Yeah, because you can now watch it on 10-second delay. Amazing.
That was good. That was a good gym look.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
So, it has been a good time, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll speak to you guys soon. We'll do another one of these streams, but presumably after we've done those 3 damn podcasts. We definitely will be streaming the statics if we can make it work. So stick with us and we'll see what happens. But thanks very much, and we'll see you guys on the next one. I say that. I'm not ready to turn this.
We're not going to do it. I've been Dan Doolin. I've been.
Oh, what, like on the podcast? Yeah, all right. We'll make this. We'll pretend this is a thing.
Yeah.
I've been Dan Doolin.
I've been Chris Billingham.
See you next time on another stream that doesn't work from Nothing But Static.
Just an hour away, I noticed something very strange. I noticed that nothing's making sat and played. She 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 sat and played. Just an hour away, driving very fast. Something very strange on the motorway. Driving very fast. Just an hour away on the motorway. Something very fast. Something very strange. Just another day. Driving very fast on the motorway. Getting back on track. Just an hour away. Make another turn. Let the music play. Just another day. Driving very fast. Something very strange on the motorway. Driving very fast. Just sat and played. Just sat and played. Just sat and
Mr. Bush has also repeated his warning.
Let's get it straight. It's nothing